Thousands of bullets flying at you at hundreds of feet per second. Paintball is a sport that has been growing on for years. Millions of players playing weekends or in tournaments, wearing their uniform and carrying their paintball gun with pride. I got into the sport just for the fun of it, but now I love to play every Saturday since that day I started playing. Paintball first started when the first paintball gun was invented in 1970. It was first ideally invented as a tool for marking trees and livestock. In 1981, the first ever type of paintball play was 12 friends playing a recreational game using industrial paintball guns from a company which is still standing up to this day, called the Nelson Paint Company. They invented the first set of paintballs using the machine that is used to create pharmacy capsules. Playing in a field over measuring over 100 acres, wearing nothing but camouflage clothes were the requirements of playing the first paintball game. Paintball was officially first called the National Survival Game, as this name was given because it reflects the nature of paintball as it was first played. This recreational sport first consisted of a small group of people getting together in the woods to play total elimination games. But as time passed and paintball evolved, breaking down into teams and belonging to one to play tournament paintball became more common and more popular. As young teenagers were so excited to be in a team, they thought it was cool, so they joined one too. The most popular paintball game became Capture the Flag, but other different game variations were present too. As time passed, paintball grew, and so did its development. So much that not very much after paintball was invented was the first official outdoor commercial paintball field was opened in 1982. 2 years later, in 1984, the first indoor field followed in. The purpose of this paintball field was to allow a large group of paintballers or people that play paintball just for the fun of it to get together in a place where they could play all day if they wanted to and relax when they didn't want to, or just to take pictures for the fun of it. I first got introduced into paintball back in 2003. 5 years ago, when I was 11 years old, when a couple of me and my friends decided to go to a local paintball field to see what it was about, and just for the fun of it. We played for as long as our supplies of paintballs lasted, and after that day, the rush of paintball stayed with me. But after days passed, not only did the rush of playing paintball left, but as well as the interest began to fade away. However, 1 year later, my cousin invited me to play to the same field. As it was his birthday, I couldn't say no. And after that day, it became some kind of custom, some kind of cult. Like going to church on Sundays, of going to that very same paintball field every Saturday, and when Saturday came, there was no question. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my cousin would be outside waiting for me to get ready. He would pick me up and we would go to play until 6 o'clock, playing paintball until we could no more. That is why my cousin is one of the people that got me into the sport, and to this day he still does. He always took me because he said I had to do something recreational, and he wanted to spend a lot of time with me. I was aware of paintball being played on a foreign basis, but I never knew it was played with even more excitement than here in El Salvador. I really got attracted to it because I loved shooting at people, and all the adrenaline that rushed up into my head felt awesome. And one day, after returning from one day of play, I really got into it and started going back to that same paintball field which I've been going for the past 6 years. I've been playing paintball. Recently, in their first visit to El Salvador, I met another team of professional paintball players who pushed me into paintball. They were 3 players from my favorite team of all of the national professional paintball leagues and paintball sports promotion, Team San Diego Dynasty. 3 of my favorite players came to El Salvador, and thanks to a friend from Guatemala who I met through a tournament, I got to know them and hang out with them at the beach. Their names were Josh Rao, Ryan Greenspan, and Davey Williamson. They said that they were players just like me that played for the fun of it and never thought they would go so far. But now, after playing just for the fun of it and getting serious and getting their head down in paintball games, they are the 5-time World Cup winners. To play paintball, there are 2 types of equipment. The first one is for players who take paintball serious, in which this case goggle systems, markers, jerseys, and pants are used, as well as elbow knees and knee pads and a pod pack with pods filled with paintball. The second type of equipment is a rental equipment. Rental goggle system, rental marker, and the clothes you take are used as a uniform. Paintball can be played by anyone and everybody as long as it is played by people from the age of over 10 years or older. As a rule, paintball must be played wearing this goggle system at all times and never taking them off until a safe area is reached. Paintball is played officially with 2 halves of 10 minutes each. It consists of shooting out the other team and taking the flag from the middle of the field onto the opponent side of the field without being hit. After it ends, a referee checks a player to see if he not hit. If he is hit, then the point doesn't count and the game is restarted. If the game hasn't ended and there are some players of each team still standing, then the team who has more flag scores wins. After the flag has been delivered, another game in between those 20 minutes is restarted. Paintball mostly needs accuracy skills, as a lot of accuracy is needed to shoot out the other team. Speed and patience while shooting at the other team is needed as well. Speed to run up to their bunker to get protected, and patience to last 10 minutes shooting out every other people, and have the patience to resist and comprehend that you have been shooted out. Fingers are mostly used as most paintball guns are electronic, so the trigger must be pulled for the gun to function. This is usually the first and second finger of each hand, depending on which end is at the trigger. Mostly, the hands, legs, and arms and eyes are used. Hearing and the sight are the most senses used, as you need them to be aware of what is going on to the field, hearing to what your teammates say and seeing where the other players are. Every time a paintball team wins a tournament, they get feedback from their sponsors, they get free stuff from their sponsors, and a check for $25,000 to the winning team. That is how they make their profit. Depending on the game strategies, there is no specific vocabulary, but the games and positions that the players perform in and the bunkers, which are inflatable protection in which they are sheltered to shoot and get the other team out. There are 3 types of players: mid players, front players, and back players. There are different types of bunkers: Mayan temples, snake, Doritos cakes, cans, etc. I play snake side, which consists of a large can and small cakes in which I can hide behind. Every time a player goes to a bunker, the player who spots him has to communicate with his team by saying whatever the code they have for that bunker. That is the way a player is spotted. To conclude this, I've been playing paintball for a long time, and I hope to continue playing until I can no more, as I really think paintball is a sport for me. It is a sport for everyone to play, from all ages, to take it seriously or just for the fun of it. And who knows, maybe in this future the sport will grow even further and we'll be playing on a more professional level, in a more professional team. But who knows? Paintball is a game for everyone to play, so if you like that adrenaline rush going up to your head, paintball is a sport for you.